So we were studying time series. So time series is a chronological arrangement of the set of the data, statistical data. So chronological arrangement means here arranging the data as and when it has occurred or happened. So based on the time, we go on recording the events. For example, sales. Every month, what is the target and how much sales target achieved, that we go on mentioning every month. January, February, March, April till December. So that is also called as what? Time series. So where sales data is arranged as per the time, that is a monthly basis. And here time is not just a month or year. It is depending on the situation and the data which take various times. Share market, if you refer, it takes every second. Every second the prices of shares fluctuates, and every second the sales and purchase took place. So their time span is very less. That is even second, even in minutes we can count the time there. So time series means the data which is arranged chronologically. I think there is a network problem there. Same mobile, same camera, same two lights, same board, but video is not clear means maybe it is a network problem. Yeah, here network is very good. 113 MB it is KB it is taking. Okay. However, then when we show the time series data with help of a graph, that graph is referred as a histogram, not histogram. It is referred as a histogram when the time series data shown or represented with help of graph. And next comes components of time series, that is types or classification of time series. So we can classify the time series in 4 different categories. They are: first one, secular trend; second one, seasonal variation; and third one, cyclical variation; and fourth one, random variation. Okay, so here secular trend, which already we discussed, here the things took place in a long period of time. The time series, the data which were recorded for a long period of time. So in a long period of gap, the events either they have an increasing trend, they will increase, or they will decrease, or they will remain constant. So here increasing trend, best example is price of gold. So past 10 years if you refer, the price of gold go on increasing. Still even today also it is increasing. So maybe fluctuation, sometime it has came down, but it shows increasing trend continuously. So like that here for a long period of time. Again, long period of time, as I already said, long period of time depending on the events, situation, product or items which we are studying. So gold, 1 year is not enough. So here we take 5 to 10 years. Whereas when it comes to share market, maybe 3 year span is a long period of time. So where we record the price or sales of shares and purchasing of shares for every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that is enough there. So that itself is enough to study whether today's market showing increasing trend or decreasing trend. So time, long period of time, it's depending on the situation and the items which we are studying. Okay, and second one, seasonal variation. So seasonal variation, seasonal, which repeats continuously every year, which occurs. So for example, man-made seasons and nature-made seasons. Two category we can divide here. So man-made seasons are festivals, tradition, customs. Because of them, seasons will come. So festivals. During the festivals, we purchase new items, food, fruits, clothes, and flowers. Sale of those items will be more during the festival. And a certain tradition, certain days, and whereas nature made seasons, rainy season, winter season. Okay, so during these seasons, sale of particular item will be more and it repeats every year. So there is no chance that last year it came, this year it will not come, or this year came, next year it will not come. So every year which repeats, that is called as a seasonal variation. Okay, and next comes cyclical variation. What is this cyclical variation? So which is cyclical, cycle in nature. Cycle means in science you might have studied water cycle. So water flows and it become cloud. Then cloud become again water through rain. So that is a cycle here. So like that, certain things if you refer in a business, they are cyclical. Cyclical means here not exactly the water example I took, that is water cycle, which converts from one form to another form. No. So here cycle means from where we have started, we may go up and again after reaching a peak point, that is there will be a certain limit for everything. When we reach that point, we start falling down. We start falling down. So even from which point we started, we may cross that also. Sometimes certain person will come or certain things will come or certain situation will come which boost this and again it will go on increasing. So suppose the normal market trend is this one, which is growing slowly, the economy, normal line. But whereas for our product, it has started from here, it has gone increasing. When it reached the point, prosperous point, then it started declining. So this is the total recession point. It is very difficult to recover also. But due to some advancement or some treatment, so just like we can say a patient, doctor might also say that there is no guarantee. Only God can save. So somebody comes and put Ganga Jal in his mouth and suddenly get up and sit. He may die within next week. But at that time, he get up. So like that here, due to some treatment, it may go up and also it may come down again. So this is called a cycle and this is called a cyclical variation. So this cyclical variation occurs in the span of 5 to 10 years. Minimum it takes 2 years, 3 years, So up to 10 years, it repeats. So one example I can give you, radio. So when radio came, at that time no TV was there. In every house, everybody is purchasing the radios. So that was the only source of entertainment that time. So other source were drama, sketch. So there they have to go to the theaters. So it was not possible to everybody. So everybody was purchasing the radios at that time. So when TV introduced, it started declining. So TV was the entertainment mode at that time. Then when tape recorder, CD player, they were introduced, so now it has took the recession path. So everybody thought railway will never survive. Nobody will purchase radios. Nobody will listen radios. So because entertainment modes are, we have plenty of various modes now. In mobile phone also one can listen the music, even watch the movie. TV is there. So CD players are there. Everything is there. But now, so even in Hubli Dharwad, we have our own private, two private radio channels along with Akashwani channel here. So that means even till date, radio is surviving. So it is taking boom now. So two private channel indicates here, railway has reached its recession level. Again, it has taken the growth trend. Okay, I hope you understood here. And these are the named here different stages. This is called as a prosperity, and this is called as a decline stage, and this is called a recession stage, and again recovery, and this is a normal curve. So this line is a normal line. So economy is growing in this rate, and whereas our product, it is passing through the cycle. So it is also called as a business cycle or cyclical variation. So in these four stages it occurs: prosperity, decline, recession, and recovery. So this question will be asked for 2 marks. Either they will ask you to show the cyclical variation diagram, so then show this diagram, or else they will ask what are the 4 stages of cyclical variation. So 4 stages are prosperity, decline, recession, and recovery. These are the 4 stages of cyclical variation, and it occurs in the span of 3 to 10 years. It repeats continuously. Okay, and next one is irregular or random variable. Random or irregular variation. So here random or the term irregular, they themselves indicates that it is not there in the hands of anybody. So it occurs on its own. Nobody can predict it. So irregular, it may not regularly occurring. It is not sure also, and today it happens means no sure that it will also occur tomorrow or in coming days also. So for example, tsunami, flood, drought, and various natural calamities. So these all, nobody can predict them. So this year tsunami will happen, this year flood will come, this year drought, or this year, that year, coming year. So nobody can predict here. So such situations are comes under random or irregular variation. So here the example how the question may arise on this. So here he will give you the example and ask you which trend it is. Example is sudden increase in the death due to tsunami, due to flood. So like this question will come where the event which occurred because of which something happened that is not certain, that is not regular, and even one cannot predict it. Such situations are what here? Irregular variation. So here strikes, war, floods, lockouts, earthquake, these are the example for random variation. Okay. Now here we complete 4 variations or trend of a time series, 4 classifications. Do you have any doubts? If you have any doubt, just ask. If not, we'll continue. Okay. Then next comes methods of measuring secular trend. Methods of measuring regular secular trend. Remember here there are 4 trends: secular trend, seasonal trend or seasonal variation, cyclical variation, and random variation. And also already in last class I said seasonal variations that can be studied by seasonal indices, that is used to study the seasonal variations. And now we are studying secular trend, measures of secular trend. So no other trend we study here, only secular trend to predict. So because it takes a long period of time, it gives us long period data with help of which we can predict something, we can guess something scientifically, mathematically, and with accuracy we can tell, okay, next year this will be the sales or profit or whatever. Okay, so now we study here secular trend. So what are the methods or measures to study the secular trend? So there are 4 types again. So first one is a graphical method. Graphical method. Second one, semi-average method. Third one, moving average method. And fourth one, straight line method. Sorry, least square method. So these are 4 types. Among these 4 types, first one, graphical method. So where histogram diagram or histogram graph is used to represent the time series data, and with help of which we try to predict what will happen, what may happen, or we try to tell what trend it is showing. It is showing increasing trend or decreasing trend. And here the result, here we can predict, but it is not accurate, because when we draw a diagram of a time series data, it may show like this. So we can predict that. So it go on increasing. So it's showing increasing trend. You can tell here it shows increasing trend. Suppose if you have a diagram like this, then it shows decreasing trend. But accurately we cannot predict what will happen. So in the coming year, what will be the sales or profit or whatever it is. So just we can say increasing trend or decreasing trend, or remain it is a constant, no increase and no decrease. But we cannot predict with accuracy here with help of a graph. And next comes semi-average method. So semi-average method, again here we use the graph, but here prediction is based on the certain averages called as a semi-averages. So how? So here given data, with for given data we draw histogram. After drawing the histogram, we divide the data into two equal parts, and for each part we calculate the average. Suppose we have 10-year data. Okay, here we have 8-year data. So we divide it two equal parts, 4-year, 4-year. And for these 4-year we calculate the average, and for these 4-year we calculate the average. And for entire data we draw the diagram. For entire data we draw the diagram, and then we show these two averages in the middle year. So in front of a middle year. So here one, then we join those two lines and we tell what trend it is showing exactly. And here we can predict. So where suppose we want data for this year here, and where this line touches here, so that we can say, okay, this is the prediction, this is the future trend or estimation. So here semi-average, we show histogram, and then we divide the data into two equal parts, and for both equal parts we calculate semi-averages, and with help of those semi-averages we draw another line which tells the trend and prediction also. And next comes third one, moving averages. What is this moving average? So moving average, here we have different types of moving averages. 2-yearly moving average, 3-yearly moving average, 4-yearly, 5-yearly, 6-yearly, 7-yearly, whatever number. But for our study here, we have 3 moving averages. First one, 3-yearly moving average, 4-yearly moving average, and 5-yearly moving average. So what is moving here? So averages which are moving. So 3-yearly moving average means for first year we calculate a average, then we leave the first year, and for next 3 year again average, and again we leave second item, then for next 3 year, next 3 year, until we don't get the 3 years, we go on calculating the averages. So it is called as a moving average. If we calculate it for 3 years, 3-yearly moving average. If we calculate it for 4 years, then 4-yearly moving average. And if we calculate it for 5 years, then it is a 5-yearly moving average. So for example here, so first 3 years, average for these 3. Okay, so 10, 12 plus 15. The average may be suppose approximately 13. Then we leave this 1, 2, 3. So for these 3, average may be 15, then again we leave 12. For next 3 again, then it may be 16, then we leave this. Then for these 3, 18, again we leave this. Then for these 3, 18, again we leave this. For these 3, 20. So these are the moving averages. So they are here what? Moving averages. So like that here next in next classes we study them one by one after a completion of graphical method and semi-average method. And next comes most important part, least square method. So here it gives purely based mathematical formulas. Least square method, purely mathematical based formulas. So with help of which we can predict for the future. For whatever number of years in the future, we can predict or estimate, and it shows accurate trend, increasing trend or decreasing trend, what will happen in future. And remember one thing, with help of moving average, we can tell the trend whether increasing or decreasing, but we cannot predict anything for the future or uncertain years. Remember, it may be asked for one more question also, which average method or which method of secular trend cannot predict the future values or which cannot estimate the future values. So that is moving average method. So moving average method we cannot predict. Graphical method we can predict, but not accurate. Semi-average method also we can predict, and moving average we cannot, and least square method we can predict. And in least square method, so least square method, again 3 types we have. First one, straight line trend. Second one, parabolic trend. And third one, exponential trend. So straight line trend, that is commonly used average, simple and easy to calculate compared to these two. And which is important one again, which may asked for 5 marks and even it may asked for 10 marks. So straight line trend, where we use 2 constants. With help of 2 constants, we can predict the future values. Again, 2 constants can be calculated with the given data here. And next comes parabolic trend. So parabolic trend, it is the next version of a straight line trend, I can say, where 3 constant values are identified, and with help of those the future trend values can be identified here. And exponential trend, so it is also referred as a logarithmic trend, where we use log values to identify the exponential trend. So it is called as a exponential logarithmic trend. And these 3 are used in different situations. Here, where straight line trend, where continuously showing a certain trend, no much fluctuations, and arithmetical progression, the data is in a arithmetical progression, we use straight line trend. Whereas the parabolic trend, too much fluctuations, sudden increase, sudden decrease, too much variations. And whereas the exponential trend we use, where the data is taking multiple progression. So 10, suddenly it increases to jump to 100, suddenly it jumps to 1000. So like that. For example, population. So sudden jump in populations. So in such a situation, so these three are used in a different situations. Okay, now here this theory part of this chapter is completed. Now we can go for practical part, starting with the graphical method.